Maintenance gallop, just regular gallop, backed up past the wire, and nice mile and a half gallop. Does everything fine. This horse is doing really, really, really well. Actually, both colts are doing extremely well.
How's Smile Happy come out of his breeze last Saturday, which I know you were really impressed with?
Yeah, good. We been sitting on him all winter long. I really wanted the Bluegrass to be a prep race, which obviously it is, but I think he's spot on for this race. Week and a half, and it's exciting.
Only 4 lifetime starts. How much more upside is there?
A lot. Really kind of playing this out where we got two prep races, and then I think, the Derby and the Preakness are races that I think he's possible of popping right back in because he's plenty fit and in good order and not over raced. For that matter, we've been real protective of where we ran him and win, and I think timing's really good to win one or the other.
Nice one. And he has actually beaten a couple of his competitors in the Derby here in Classic Causeway and Whitener Barrier at Churchill. How much confidence does it give you that he's actually got a win at the track and clearly has an affinity for it?
Well, it's a home game for us, and I like that. We base here year round. This horse has spent a lot of time training his entire career right here at Churchill, and it's going to be familiar surroundings. He's 1 for 1 here, and let's fingers crossed he stays unbeaten.
Yeah, and he's been in the mix with Epicenter and Zandon in his last couple, who are effectively going to be two of the favourites in the race. So really, from a handicapping perspective, he's right in this, right?
Well, I think we had an excuse with the Epicenter race in New Orleans. I think we were a little too far back and gave him a little too much to do. But he made a nice run late, and then the race at Keeneland was also a really good start. And come here, Sonny. And the race at Keeneland was another really good start. And I think that Flavian Pratt did a great job timing Zandon's finish. This is my assistant trainer over here, Sonny. Yeah.
And talk about the local connection with this horse, with your owners, of course, and also with Corey.
Well, the Mackin family, they've been involved in racing here for 40 years. Their dad initially was leading everything, and then now Mike and the brothers, and they've got a sister that's involved too. And it's really exciting for them, and nothing would thrill me more. If we pull this off, it's going to be a blast.
That's great. Now, I don't know if you like a bet, but are you concerned at all about what Mattress Mac's going to do to your price?
Nah, I'm not worried about all that. I think what he does to promote the sport's a big deal, and I think he's hedged that bet, so I'm not worried about what Mattress Mac's doing at all. I think Brooke Smith also here locally's got one on Tiz the Bomb, so I got a couple of guys that are in our corner, so that'll be interesting. I myself am not worried about the wager. We're worried about getting the horses there.
Very cool. Speaking of Tiz the Bomb, there didn't seem to be much between him and the stablemate during their breeze last weekend. How's he been going since?
That's been pretty much regular. Those two are pretty good match. Tiz the Bomb's a horse. Here's a horse that's made $1 million, and he's done everything right repeatedly. And he's had one bad race that he ran in Florida, and I think that they're making him a toss, which could be a big mistake. This horse is trained fantastic, and I think he'll run better here at Churchill than he did at the Gulfstream Oval. And he's not one to leave out. I think, especially if he gets placed well early in the race and gets himself in a position where he's maybe taking a little less sand.
Gotcha. And speaking of those that have been tossing him, a lot of them are saying maybe he's more suitable to turf. What's your response to that?
Well, I don't think there's any question that he's a good grass horse. This time of year, there really aren't a lot of options. It's actually very, very few options. We could run him in one of the 3-year-old stakes opening weekend on the grass, but the certainly the prestige of that race doesn't even come close to the Derby. And then let's give him a shot in the Derby. He's got his points, and if he doesn't run well, then we'll shift him back to the grass.
You've been to the Derby before. Where are your confidence levels heading into the race this year with this duo compared to previous years?
Way up there. I had Tahana run back in '95. It doesn't seem like 27 years ago, but it was a long time ago. And that horse ran super. But that horse really, we were struggling getting that horse to eat as well. And these two horses are eating fantastic. That horse, Tana Run, had a little this and that going on at the time, a little foot issue. These colts are both, spot on. So probably my best chance yet.